Over this last week, my boyfriend and I did the 36 questions to fall in love. And after doing this experiment and evaluating the different concepts in the chapter, I found that this experiment really closely related to our human needs and how having this close, intimate relationship with another human being really increases our having our needs met. This can consist of our social, our practical, and our physical needs. We physically need to have that relationship with another person. It can increase your life expectancy, decrease your chances of heart and coronary disease, and all other good things. Having a good, strong relationship with at least one other person is a really strong physical need that we have as humans. And even in one of my other classes, we discussed the case of the North Pond hermit who lived alone and really found that he had no purpose outside of other human beings. And it was really this like looking glass self sort of idea. It also meets our social needs because in society, we see a partner as somebody that we really like. Not everybody needs one, and I stress that, but it's really important that we have not an intimate partner, but another partner in our life. For me, it was my intimate partner. Um, and that this really just meets our social needs of having fun and disclosing with another person and all these kind of things. We also see that it meets our practical needs because I need, as a human being, for me personally, I practically need another human being to disclose in. If I were to be by myself, again, I think I would maybe melt. Um, and he really just, I need to communicate with him in the same way that I need to communicate with my boss and my sister so that we can um, work cohesively as a unit. And it really just meets my practical needs in that sense. The second concept that I would relate this to would be perception. And learning more about him and even disclosing more about myself really helped widen our perception of one another because we had more we had more understanding and knowledge about one another. Our in, oh my gosh, why can't I think of the word? Besides the point. Our perception of one another was widely open because we were answering these odd and vulnerable questions about one another, and we were really just disclosing. And this allowed for us to take that knowledge and apply it to, oh, why does he do this? Or this explains this. And it really allowed for me to understand more practical knowledge about him and not just the applicable knowledge I have of being around him and seeing him in daily life. I really had some more background, concrete knowledge about what he said about himself and what he holds true. Does that make sense? I think it. My perception of him was widely that like opened, and his of mine was open because we were disclosing so much, and the topics were so they had such a wide variety of topics. Um, the last concept that I'm relating this to is our intercultural communication competence. Although we're not interculturally, we share the same culture. We It's still looking at the fact that we have different backgrounds, and although we share the same wide culture, we both have different like subcultures, and we both have different small tendencies and things that make us different. And so, really understanding using the skills that we use in intercultural competence, like patience and knowledge and all that kind of and tolerance, all those kind of things, is really helpful when in an actual relationship with somebody because you need to use those same skills to work on understanding another person. And I think that those concepts heavily related to the experiment that I did, and I honestly had a lot of fun doing it. I would really recommend this as a skill builder, relationship builder between two people. It was almost like a full date for him and I. It was really fun, and it was definitely just a positive experience for the both of us. So